Okay, we're looking at the lawn and fertiliser question. If you'd like it stepped through, the solution is in your learning guide. First of all, I'm checking if it's direct proportion. Are there two different quantities that are being compared? And in this case we could say yes, there are. There's some area of lawn and that's being compared with some fertiliser, some litres of fertiliser. Doesn't matter if the units are different. Are there two quantities? Now if I was to double the lawn that I had to fertilise, would I double the fertiliser that I need? And we would say yes, twice as much lawn, twice as much fertiliser. That means that these two quantities are in direct proportion with each other. So I can go about solving this question a number of ways. I love the unitary method, so I'm going to use that one first. It's just so flexible. You can use it in lots of places and you can avoid the calculator a lot of the time. So that's the beauty of it. Here we go. I write in words what I'm comparing. I'm comparing area of the lawn in metres squared. Be quite specific here so you know what you're dealing with later on. And I'm looking for litres of fertiliser. So I'm looking at metre squared of lawn and litres of fertiliser. Now I always have one ratio that I know. So somewhere in here must be some information I know about a ratio, and I know that 100 metres squared is going to need 3 litres of fertiliser. So that's a set ratio that I already have. You need that to solve with unitary method. Then there needs to be another ratio that you've sort of got part of, but not the rest, and the rest is going to be your answer. I want to know how much fertiliser for 750 metres squared. So, even put my little question mark, how much fertiliser for 750 metres squared of lawn? Now unitary method says find units by multiplying or dividing to get from 100 to 750. If I start multiplying 100 by anything, I'm never going to have a 50 in there. If I multiply by 8, it'll be 800. By 7, it'll be 700. I'm never going to land on that 750 nicely. So I'm going to start by going smaller, with a smaller unit. I'm going to divide by 2 because that will take me to 50. And then I know I can get from 50 to 750 more easily. So I'm dividing this side by 2. I must, if I'm going to halve how much lawn I'm going to fertilise, I halve the fertiliser. So I divide by 2, I'll get 1.5. You can work in fractions if you choose. I'm going to work in decimals for this one. I think it might be a bit neater, but it's your call. Okay. You could be snappy and get straight from 50 to 750. You sure can. Unitary method is about going easily from number to number. I'm going to multiply by 5 and then that will take me to 250. After that, I'll be able to triple it. So I'm going to go in 2 steps. If you can go in one big jump, you go for your life. Whatever I do on this side, I must perform the same to keep it in proportion on this side. So 1.5 by 5, you can do a little algorithm if you like, is 7.5, 5 ones are 5, and 5 halves are 2.5, so it becomes 7.5. Now I'm going to multiply by 3, again use a little algorithm if you need to. 3 sevens are 21, 3 halves are 1.5, so that's 22.5 or 0.5 altogether. I'm going to scrub out my question mark now because I'm pretty sure it's right. So for 750 metres squared of lawn, therefore, that's my symbol, I need 22.5 litres of fertiliser. That is a lot of fertiliser, 22 litres. Thinking of a 3 litre milk container, I need at least 7 of them, so that's a lot. So if I needed 3 for 100, it makes sense if I'm going, you know, nearly 8 times bigger, I'd have nearly 8 times bigger of fertiliser as well. So my answer is reasonable, just a little scary. That's a lot of fertiliser. Okay, and shortly I'll show you how you can solve the same kind of question with algebra if you want to.